Hello to the second part of chapter 20 of From the Earth to the Moon by Jule Verne in a translation by Louis Mercier and Eleanor E. King. And this chapter is titled Attack and Riposte, and I'll continue from where I stopped the last time after Michel Arden's very surprising claim that he doesn't plan to come back from the moon. At this reply, almost sublime in its very simplicity, the assembly became silent. But its silence was more eloquent than could have been its cries of enthusiasm. The unknown profited by the opportunity and once more protested. "You will inevitably kill yourself," he cried, "and your death will be that of a madman, useless even to science." "Go on, my dear unknown, for truly your prophecies are most agreeable." "It really is too much," cried Michel Arden's adversary. "I do not know why I should continue so frivolous a discussion. Please yourself about this insane expedition. We need not trouble ourselves about you." "Pray, don't stand upon ceremony." "No, another person is responsible for your act." "Who, may I ask?" demanded Michel Arden in an imperious tone. "The ignoramus who organized this equally absurd and impossible experiment." The attack was direct. Barbicane, ever since the interference of the unknown, had been making fearful efforts of self-control. Now, however, seeing himself directly attacked, he could restrain himself no longer. He rose suddenly and was rushing upon the enemy, who thus braved him to the face, when all at once he found himself separated from him. The platform was lifted by 100 strong arms, and the president of the gun club shared with Michel Arden triumphal honors. The shield was heavy, but the bearers came in continuous relays, disputing, struggling, even fighting among themselves in their eagerness to lend their shoulders to this demonstration. However, the unknown had not profited by the tumult to quit his post. Besides, he could not have done it in the midst of that compact crowd. There he held on in the front row, with crossed arms glaring at President Barbicane. The shouts of the immense crowd continued at their highest pitch throughout this triumphant march. Michel Arden took it all with evident pleasure. His face gleamed with delight. Several times the platform seemed seized with pitching and rolling like a water-beaten ship, but the two heroes of the meeting had good sea legs. They never stumbled, and their vessel arrived without dues at the port of Tampa town. Michel Arden managed, fortunately, to escape from the last embraces of his vigorous admirers. He made for the Hotel Franklin, quickly gained his chamber, and slid under the bedclothes, while an army of 100,000 men kept watch under his windows. During this time, a scene, short, grave, and decisive, took place between the mysterious personage and the president of the gun club. Barbicane, free at last, had gone straight at his adversary. "Come," he said shortly. The other followed him on the quay, and the two presently found themselves alone at the entrance of an open wharf on Jones's Fall. The two enemies, still mutually unknown, gazed at each other. "Who are you?" asked Barbicane. "Captain Nicholl." "So I suspected. Hitherto chance has never thrown you in my way." "I have come for that purpose." "You have insulted me." "Publicly." "And you will answer to me for this insult?" "At this very moment." "No. I desire that all that passes between us shall be secret. There's a wood situated 3 miles from Tampa, the wood of Skirnsnaw. Do you know it? I know it. Will you be so good as to enter it tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock on one side? Yes, if you will enter at the other side at the same hour. And you will not forget your rifle? Said Barbicane. No more than you will forget yours, replied Nicholl. These words having been coldly spoken, the president of the gun club and the captain parted. Barbicane returned to his lodging, but instead of snatching a few hours of repose, he passed the night in endeavoring to discover a means of evading the recoil of the projectile and resolving the difficult problem proposed by Michel Arden during the discussion at the meeting. So that was the end of chapter 20. Bye-bye till next time with chapter 21, titled How a Frenchman Manages an Affair.